we need to talk about the Four Sixes, aka the spin-off that has been teased for what feels like forever. In fact, this one's been in development the longest out of all the Yellowstone universe shows. And it happens to be the one that is the most important as well, when it comes to expanding the Yellowstone story. Based on what we know about it so far, we can confidently say that even the first episode alone will be enough to show how crucial this series is for this saga. So, let's talk about what to expect from the Four Sixes premiere. If you didn't know, this show is being filmed right on the legendary Four Sixes Ranch in Texas, which is a real, fully working ranch with one of the richest histories in the Wild West. And that's exactly what makes this show different. For the first time, the Yellowstone world is stepping away from pure drama of Montana and leaning the real ranching life, which, let's face it, feels much more authentic. I mean, don't get me wrong, Yellowstone itself was incredible for sure, but it was definitely more about family drama and political fights than actual modern ranching. That's why Four Sixes matters so much for any Western fans out there, including me and probably you. It will be the one show that is grounding the entire Yellowstone universe, and I really appreciate it for this. Now, what makes things even more exciting is that the new Beth and Rip spinoff is also set in Texas. So clearly, Taylor Sheridan is shifting the entire franchise south. So we are leaving Montana behind, and instead, building this massive interconnected universe based in Texas. This also means that each spinoff taking place in Texas will overlap and cross paths, which means extremely exciting. Because before anything, this means crossover episodes. So, we'll see Beth and Rip showing up in Four Sixes and vice versa, which, I'm not gonna lie, makes me ridiculously happy, but let me know what you think about this idea. In fact, it is rumored that the premiere episode of Four Sixes will have Beth and Rip in it, as they will make sure that Teeter and others are safely settled in Four Sixes, while also taking advice from Travis regarding their new life in Texas. But I'll speak more deeply on that in a second. Before the plot details, here's the good news. Paramount has already confirmed that the show is coming soon. In fact, they basically said that the show will be out within 2025, which is crazy, especially now that we are closer to the end of the year. However, if you know Paramount, you know that they tend to release the shows a few months later than they initially promised. So this means that Four Sixes will probably be out in the early months of 2026, around March. Now, we know that this entire show has Jimmy at the heart of it. This saga started as his story in Yellowstone Season 4, and will continue to be so. I mean, I think we can all agree that his story has been one of the most rewarding character arcs in the entire Yellowstone universe. He started off as that clumsy, lost kid who couldn't do anything right, and now he's grown into this strong, confident cowboy who finally found his place in the world. The guy's journey from being underestimated to earning everyone's respect, it's been so emotional to watch. In Season 1, nobody took him seriously. By Season 5, he's become someone to root for. Now, if you're wondering why the show keeps getting delayed, it might actually have something to do with Jefferson White himself, the actor who plays Jimmy. His schedule has been absolutely packed lately. He's played Lee Harvey Oswald in November 1963, voiced Haymitch in the Hunger Games prequel audiobook, popped up in You as a Total Jerk, and even joined Bedford Park. So yeah, he's been busy, and maybe that's part of what's holding things up. Still, fingers crossed that it all lines up because I need this show in my life. In the premiere episode, we will watch Rip basically giving hand to Jimmy when it comes to ranching. We know how challenging their relationship have been over the years. I mean, it took years for Jimmy to even gain any appreciation from Rip. So, having an intimate conversation with him during which Rip basically telling him that he is proud of him will mean the worlds to Jimmy. And it will also set a clear path for him in this new journey. From now on, he is the Rip of Four Sixes. He is the one who needs to take care of Teeter and Walker and guide them through life in Texas. So, he has a major responsibility on his shoulders now. Speaking of Teeter, I still feel like adding her to the spinoff was the best decision ever. She's honestly one of the most beloved side characters from Yellowstone. And now, she's finally getting the attention she deserves. Now that she is mourning after her one true love, Texas will be the place for her to find herself and happiness again. She will not only form a special friendship with Jimmy, but also will get to know herself better. She will not only devote herself to this new ranch, but also will find new hobbies and interests in life that will make her feel more full and satisfied in life. In the first episode, she will speak with Beth, whom will let her know that from one mourning woman to another, life goes on, and they need to be strong, and this will be all the push that Teeter needs. Interestingly, Teeter won't be alone with Jimmy there. We will see yet another familiar face in 4 Sixes, who is none other than Walker, our handsome musician. He and Laramie will be in 4 Sixes as well, since they will feel like they would get more opportunities in Texas rather than Montana. However, in the first episode, Travis will first refuse to accept them to the ranch, as he will feel like there are no good uses for them. But Jimmy will be the one who convinces him to welcome Walker and Laramie, ensuring that he will be the one who guide them. And just like that, we will have a quartet or old faces that we love forming a brand new team in 4 Sixes, which is extremely exciting. But let me know what you think about all these. For more weekly updates, discussions, and analysis on 4 Sixes and other Yellowstone spin-offs, make sure to like and follow. Meanwhile, the video on the screen might also interest you.